All right, everybody, welcome. Happy Tuesday. You are here at How to Master LinkedIn in 2024. Hope you're safe wherever you may be, and thank you for joining us on your lunch hour if you're here on the West Coast. We're here to talk about LinkedIn today. It's not just a platform, but a gateway to unparalleled professional success. And if mastering this social network is on your New Year's resolutions this year in 2024, you have come to the right webinar. We're here to talk to you about how you can build your credibility, build your business, find a job, or do any number of professional things on the platform that can help you grow as the year comes ahead. And to help us do this, we brought in Nina Caputi, a LinkedIn consultant, coach, and trainer. She was recognized as one of the top 15 LinkedIn experts in San Francisco in 2023. And she's taken her time today to come to us to talk about some of the things that she's learned about on LinkedIn and some of the things that you can do today to stand out as a professional. Nina, thank you so much. I'll go ahead and hand it over to you to get started.
Thank you so much, Albert. That was a great introduction, and what a wonderful way to kick off 2024. I'm excited to see so many people joining us on Zoom, and also I'm assuming in the Facebook group. So I'm going to actually start my slides, and I'm going to try and make this as interactive as possible because, I know for many of you, it's a lunch break or it's 3 p.m, or if you're in another time zone or country, it might be later in the day. So let's try and make this very interactive. So let me start by sharing my screen here. Little technical difficulty here, trying to get it to present in the full screen. Okay, it's still not presenting the full screen. Albert, oh, here it is. Okay, awesome. Can present it now.
There you go.
Okay, yeah, no, it was being a little, I don't know, stubborn. All right, so how to master LinkedIn in 2024. Thank you for joining me. I'm really excited to share this workshop with you. I love LinkedIn. It's my favorite social media platform, and LinkedIn is providing more and more new features to let anyone and everyone leverage this platform to showcase their expertise. So my name is Nina Caputi. I do not work for LinkedIn, but I'm a LinkedIn consultant and trainer. And I'm also the founder and CEO of the Expat Woman. If you have not connected with me as yet, you can do so. Here's a link to my LinkedIn profile. That's my LinkedIn hashtag. And this is my LinkedIn QR code. Let me know in the comments, have any of you ever used the LinkedIn QR code? And I'm trying to pull up the chat. Yeah, in the chat. Let me know in the chat if you've ever used the LinkedIn QR code. And if you haven't, maybe at the end I might walk you through it. But if you want to connect with me on LinkedIn, hold your phone up with the camera. And, when you try taking a photograph of the QR code, it'll take you to my LinkedIn profile. Okay, so I see a bunch of people have. That's wonderful. All right, so let's keep moving. So today I'm going to walk you through the 5 pillars to leverage LinkedIn to showcase your expertise in leadership to stand out from the crowd. Whatever your goal is on LinkedIn, whether it's looking for a job, it's building your credibility, it's finding more clients, launching your business or promoting your business, you really need to stand out from the crowd. As of today, there are over 1 billion people on LinkedIn, but only 1 to 3% are active on the platform. The rest are what they call lurkers. So they are on LinkedIn, but they're not leveraging it. They're not commenting. They're not creating content. So I want my goal for you, all of you today is to be in that 1 to 3% when we're done with this 1 hour workshop. Okay, so for this next 45 minutes to an hour, let's turn off all distractions, so that we can focus on what I have to share here, and you can also jump into the comments or the chat and interact. Okay, so how many of you have ever Googled your name? Let me know in the comments. Have you ever Googled your name? So Priya says yes, Kelly says yes, wonderful. Okay, so you know that when you Google your name, usually your LinkedIn profile is the first thing that shows up in your Google search. Like I have a lot of hits on on Google because I did a documentary film and I've been running the Expat Woman for many years. But my LinkedIn profile still shows up right at the top. And I'm sure that's what many of you do, right? When you meet someone in person, you will then Google their name to learn more about them. Or if you're a recruiter, or if you're even looking for a job or looking for a potential client, you might Google their name. And so it's really important that your LinkedIn profile is not a wasteland, that it showcases who you are, who you serve, and how you help them do so. And that's what we're going to cover today. Okay, so yeah, so we already know it's one of the top LinkedIn Google indexed, it's Google indexed. And another thing, for those of you who might be not very active on LinkedIn, LinkedIn has changed since it was first launched in 2002. When, initially I joined in 2007, I just parked my resume on there. But today, LinkedIn is your personal brand. It's your digital reputation. Okay. Floyd said he got his LinkedIn profile, Facebook, Instagram, and an obituary of someone with my same name. That's interesting and funny. Okay, so let me know in the comments, what are you currently using LinkedIn for? And what is your current level of expertise? You don't use it much, you're a beginner, somewhat knowledgeable, expert. So let's jump into the chat. And again, if you're just a beginner just beginning to use it, that's fine. It's a start. You're starting 2024 in the right way. So I see a lot of beginners. My gosh, it's coming really quick. Okay, I'm a lurker. I'm glad you're admitting that. Yeah, so I see that there's a mix, but a lot of people are somewhat knowledgeable, which is excellent because this makes it this webinar is perfect for you. Okay. So what I want to say is if you're just starting off with LinkedIn, or even if you've been using LinkedIn for a while, don't treat it like you're throwing spaghetti on the wall and hoping something will stick, right? So maybe you decide to, one of these days I'll get on LinkedIn, then you just post something or you'll connect with someone, but there's no strategy, there's no goal behind it, because it's really important since we have such limited time, and social media can be overwhelming. It can be a time, you can waste a lot of time on it. Floyd says his career is a bit like spaghetti. Yeah. So, but I just want you to be more strategic. Okay. So these are some things that would really help you. And I too, when I first started LinkedIn, and for a while I was just using it randomly, but I joined in 2007 and LinkedIn wasn't as advanced and evolved as it is today. So these are some of the things I want you to keep in mind as I walk you through the 5 pillars of LinkedIn. What do I want to accomplish on this platform? What do I want to be known for? And whom am I trying to influence or reach? Whether you're a job seeker, whether you're looking for a career transition, whether you're looking to launch your business, or you have a business, you want to get more clients, you're a podcast guest, you're a speaker, you're an author, whatever that goal is on LinkedIn, you need to be very clear. This is what I want to achieve on LinkedIn in 2024. Okay, so keep that in mind. And what do I want to be known for? Like I want to be known for 2 things on LinkedIn. I want to be known as the LinkedIn coach, consultant, and trainer, and I want to be known as the founder and CEO of the Expat Woman, which is a platform for international women, where I provide resources, help them navigate the country they move to. So that's what I want you to keep in mind. And again, I don't want to confuse you. I do have 2 different identities on LinkedIn, which makes it a little harder, but I've been using the platform since 2007. I first established myself as the founder and CEO of the Expat Woman. And then during the pandemic, I started a second business, which was a LinkedIn consultant and trainer. But if you're just starting off, focus on one thing you want to be known for on LinkedIn. Once you get a good handle on it, and if you have a secondary goal, then work on that. But don't try and be too many people, too many things to too many people, right? You want to have one target audience, one goal, and what you want to be known for. Because remember, it is your 24/7 digital billboard. You might have a recruiter in another country that wants to hire you and you're asleep and they're checking out your LinkedIn profile or your content. It's your personal brand. Whatever you put on LinkedIn, whether it's in your profile, in your content, how you comment on people, it's creating that digital billboard for you. And the beauty of LinkedIn is it's free. Yes, there's a premium account, but for most of you, the free version provides so many features and opportunities. You don't even need to do the paid version. So you want to really leverage it. So before we move forward, I'm going to give you this very quick little exercise. It's called the 3-minute Post-it party, and you're going to work on creating that LinkedIn mission statement, because then that's going to help you with your profile, with your content, with who you connect with, who you have conversations with. Okay, so if you don't have Post-it, you could just use your phone and your notes section, set your timer for 3 minutes, and then label the first Post-it, or if you're doing it on your phone, the first one is who am I? Okay, so are you a coach? Are you a recruiter? Are you a speaker? Are you a software engineer? The second Post-it will be whom do I help? Okay, so if you're looking for a job or you work for a company, who specifically are you helping? And then the third one is what do I help them accomplish? Right? So what is it? Even if you're looking to be hired, you're going to help that company or that department or that team accomplish something. So I'm going to set my timer for 3 minutes and have you go, and then I'm going to have a few of you share. Even if you don't, even if you're not able to finish it, at least it's a way to get started and thinking about what you want to be known for. Okay, so let's start the timer. And once you're done and you feel comfortable sharing it, share it in the chat, like who you are, who you help, and how do you help them. And I'll share mine to give you a little idea. Okay, wonderful. So I'm Boom, a social media marketer. I help health and wellness coaches acquire and retain new clients using my social media marketing services. Great job. Thank you, Boom. Okay, so we have 2 minutes left. Yeah, that's fine, Natalia. That's what it's about. It's what, unless you're planning to do something else and transition out of your profession, but otherwise it's really, remember, LinkedIn is all about it's LinkedIn is about showcasing your expertise. It's not like Facebook, Instagram, but it's, Facebook's more about making friends and stuff. LinkedIn's really the world's largest platform for professionals. So you want to be known for something on LinkedIn. And as I said, there's 1 billion people on LinkedIn. You want to be in that 1 to 3% that is being very strategic. Okay, I'll go back to the previous slide. Wonderful. I see them coming in. Floyd. These are really good. This is excellent, because this is going to help you with creating your headline, writing your about section, your experience section. You always need to keep your LinkedIn goals in mind. and who your target audience is when you're elevating your LinkedIn profile and presence. So we have 18 seconds left. Keep sharing. Again, this is just the start. There's no right or wrong. So, and definitely save a copy of what you just shared so you can tweak it and work on it to, create a better profile. I mean, a headline, an about section. These are very impressive. Okay. Okay, I'm really impressed with these. So great job. And if you haven't finished, that's fine. Maybe you can even share them in the comment section of the recording on Facebook. All right. Okay. So these are the 5 pillars to build your brand, develop your credibility, and get hired on LinkedIn. Okay. So your profile, your content, your conversations, and then creator mode. So we really need to start with our profile. I did a poll on LinkedIn a couple of days ago, and I asked people what area they wanted to focus on LinkedIn. Most people said content, but you might have fantastic content, but people are still going to go check your profile out. So your profile needs to reflect your mission statement. Your profile needs to showcase who you are, what you do, and who you help and how you help them. Okay. So when people go to your profile, the first 3 things they see are your banner, your profile photo, and your headline, okay? So you need to make sure these are updated, they're optimized, so to reflect, again, your mission statement, okay? So now, again, I change my banner based on whatever I'm currently doing. This is a little older banner, but this was when I had a membership called Her Success Society. So it's so the beauty of LinkedIn is it's also dynamic. So you can change your banner to, maybe you're moving from one career to another. So you can change your banner to reflect that. Okay. Your profile photograph, you want to make sure it's a recent profile photograph, that it's from your shoulders up, not your whole body, that it has a neutral background if possible, not something that's distracting. It's only you in the photograph. You don't have anyone else. You're looking at the camera, because people buy from people, and studies have shown that people who have a good profile photograph are more likely to have potential employers or clients reach out to them. Okay. And then the final one is your headline. You have 220 characters in your headline. So you want to really showcase what you want to be known for and who you help in your headline. And again, my headline is so dynamic. If you go to my LinkedIn profile today, it'll be different. You can even include something fun in your headline, like, I used to walk 6 miles. Now at this weather, I don't walk as much, but it can reflect both your professional and your personal, who you are as a person, right? Because one more thing about LinkedIn is it's changed. It's no longer this stuffy professional platform. It's really encouraging people to be themselves, to be authentic, to showcase their personal brand. And when I say personal brand, also means what you're all about. Okay, so I want you to keep that in mind. So this is an important tip. Before you edit and update your profile, you should save it as a PDF. Let me know in the chat, have any of you ever saved your profile as a PDF? Yes or no? Okay. Okay, so some people have lots of yeses, but many no's as well. So this is very important, because if you're going to start making updates and editing your profile, especially after today's webinar, you want to save your old profile so that if you ever want to come back to it, you have a reference. Because LinkedIn, you can't, once you make a change, it's not like, like a Gmail or anything where you can do you can see the previous things. Once it saves it, it saves it and you can't go back. So this is how you can save your LinkedIn profile. So you go to more on your LinkedIn profile, and then when you click on more, you'll see the drop-down box, save to PDF. So it's so simple. You don't have to like copy and paste. You do save to PDF, and then it'll save it almost immediately, and then it'll inform you that it's saved as a PDF. So encourage you to do that. Okay. The second tip, and this is something that I've seen happen even today, because we created a LinkedIn profile, a LinkedIn event page for today's masterclass, and I saw some people who had joined the LinkedIn event page, their profiles, I couldn't see their photographs, or it said LinkedIn user. if you're going to be using LinkedIn, there's no point hiding. I don't understand why people on LinkedIn make their profile photographs visible only to their network, or they don't have a profile photograph, or they have, that's another thing, don't have a profile photograph of an animal or like a logo. LinkedIn has some rules, and that you have to have your image, your photograph of yourself, and if you don't, they might put you in LinkedIn jail or shut down your profile. But you need to make it visible. So it's not just found by LinkedIn users on LinkedIn, but also in a Google search. So so this is how you do it. So you go to your LinkedIn profile, and then you'll see this public profile and URL on the right-hand corner. So you click on that, okay? And then edit visibility, your profile. So make sure you click it on, and then scroll down and make sure that you have it set to public. And then if you scroll down further, it'll say background photograph, photo experience, about section, headline. Make sure you show all of those. Again, my whole goal with teaching people how to use LinkedIn is really to showcase your expertise and stand out from the crowd. And if you're not going to make your profile public, then I can't really help you stand out from the crowd, right? And showcase your expertise. So again, maybe you're just starting off on LinkedIn. Maybe you feel, oh my gosh, I'm embarrassed about my profile. So work on it, but you start making it public, because that's really important so people can find you. And then this is a very new feature on LinkedIn, verifying your profile. Has anyone verified their profile on LinkedIn? Let me know in the comments. Okay, Mike said he just did it. Okay, that's awesome. You guys are ahead of the curve. If you live in the US, Canada, Mexico, and I think now it's opened up to India and some of the European, Latin American, and yeah. Yes, Floyd, they use LinkedIn for more than, yeah, absolutely. Okay, so for those of you who've not verified your photograph profile, it's really important you do it, because there's so many bots out there, so LinkedIn's coming down heavily on them. So you want to make sure you verify your profile. If you go to my profile and see this little checkbox against my name, then you know that you have the ability to verify your profile as well. So it's very straightforward. Natalia, you don't need to log in anywhere else. This is how you do it. It's very, very straightforward. I, in fact, was amazed at how easy it was. So you go to your profile, you click on the more button, and then it'll say, you'll see in the drop-down box about this profile. And then when you go to about this profile, mine is already verified, but it'll tell you how to verify it. You need a government approved ID. So I in fact have misplaced my California ID. So I just used my US passport, and it verified it. Like, it was so easy to do it. So I encourage all of you to do it, because also apparently if you have your LinkedIn profile verified, you're going to show up in most searches. And of course, it shows that you're a real person. You're not a bot. It's not an AI generated profile. And recruiters or employers or potential clients are more likely to want to connect with you. Okay. So yeah, so do that if you haven't. Okay. Okay, so tip number 4, sprinkle relevant keywords throughout your profile. So again, remember we did the little not lesson, what was it? The little task on finding a mission statement on LinkedIn. So think about what are the keywords people will use when they are looking to for someone like you. Like for instance, for me, I'm a LinkedIn trainer, I'm a LinkedIn coach, I'm a LinkedIn consultant. So I will want to use those keywords throughout my profile, in my headline, in my about section, in my experience, because LinkedIn profiles are indexed by Google. So think about your keywords. I know there are ways to find out which are the most, most searched for keywords in your industry. So use those keywords across your profile. Okay, so the next pillar is content. We finished profile, so the next pillar is content. How many of you are currently creating content on LinkedIn? Let me know in the comments. Anyone creating posts? Okay. Okay, that's fantastic. And Karen, your LinkedIn mission statement could be similar to your elevator pitch. It's basically the same thing, right? So it helps you. So either way, okay, some people are saying they're terrified of posting. Who said that? Spencer, I hear you. I was terrified of posting too, especially on a platform like LinkedIn, because it's like, oh, this is a professional platform. What will my peers think about me? What if I sound, silly? What if no one comments or likes my post? So just keep that in mind, that that if you have value to share, and even if one person can benefit from what you have to share on LinkedIn, it's so worth it. And that's how people find you, right? But you also all of us have unique experiences, unique expertise. You just need to know 10% more than the people you're sharing the content with. So, so focus on, how you can add value and how people can benefit from the value you have to add. Tammy says, does reposting valuable content count? So Tammy, definitely counts, but what you should do is don't just repost. When you go to a post that you want to share, and it'll say repost or add your insights. I think it says add your insights. So it says something to that effect. Add your insights. If you don't know what to add, maybe share, you've read the post, there's one key takeaway that's, really stood out. So in your post, in your repost, say, you've done that as well. Yeah. So just do that. Don't just repost, or reposting without adding your commentary, or even if it's a one-liner, does not have any value. But definitely reposting does. And when you repost, preferably tag the person who originally did the post and say, this is a post by, say, you share one of my posts, maybe I recently did a post on, I can't even remember. Okay, say you just shared one of my posts. Maybe I did a post about, making your profile photograph visible. So you can then share my post and say, I so agree with, and you tag me, Naina Kaputi, about the value and the importance of having your LinkedIn profile photograph visible, because this, you could give a reason. So do that. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, tag the person, because people love to be tagged. And then when you tag at least when people tag me, I always then comment on their post, unless they just tag me for no reason. Sometimes people will just tag, and never tag people just for the sake of getting them a comment from these people. I only comment on posts that I'm tagged in when it's relevant to me. For instance, today, if you do a post about this webinar and you tag me, I will obviously respond. So that's the beauty of tagging people. When you're sharing content about them, they're most likely to respond in a comment, and then that your post gets seen by more people, because the algorithm likes comments, and it says, oh, this post is popular, so I'm going to show to more people. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Lisa, that you said that your company is one about that could be deemed as not aligned. Yeah, but I think you could talk to your company and find out what kind of post can I do, right? I mean, I'm hoping more companies change their attitude, because studies have shown that companies that allow their employees to post content actually have more people interested in working for the company, more people checking out the company page, because when you see and again, how many employees are really going to post unless they're unhappy with the company? They're going to post stuff that will affect the company, right? People are going to post in any case, or they're going to tell their friends that they don't like the company. So it's a pity that's happening. Is it possible to post if you add a disclaimer that your posts are your own and do not reflect the company? I mean, you could. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, you can do that. Again, talk to whoever your social media person is at your company and say, do I need to, when I create content, do I need to add a disclaimer? If they're fine with you posting, well, that's great. I recently worked with a company, and I started an employee advocacy program for them on LinkedIn, where I trained their employees on how to use LinkedIn, and many of them had never used LinkedIn before, and they just came alive because their employers gave them permission, and the employers saw the benefits of having their employees strategically learn how to leverage LinkedIn, because it just brought them more clients and more people wanting to work with them. Okay, let's keep moving. So again, just like with your profile, have a strategy in place, have a content strategy in place, right? Post content that showcase your expertise. Again, LinkedIn you'll see more and more selfies. You'll see people sharing personal stories. When people are laid off, they've been sharing stories about being laid off. I've even seen people share stories about a divorce or a death in their family. So people are being more open and vulnerable on LinkedIn. I do share personal posts occasionally, but I always tie it back to kind of a lesson. Like a few years ago, I got my US citizenship, and that was my most popular post on LinkedIn. I got it during COVID, and I took a photograph of me with my US citizenship certificate outside the San Francisco naturalization office, and I posted how you go. I went in the morning to do my naturalization test, and then they made me stay back, and they gave me my citizenship on the same day, which I didn't expect. Now sometimes when when you least expect something good comes out of it. Because I was so nervous about the naturalization test, and that post was really popular, but I kind of tied it in. I didn't just drop the post out there. I tried to tied it in with kind of a story, and so keep that in mind. Keep your target audience and goals in mind. Whenever I write a post, I think about my target audience. How will they benefit from my post? If it helps, have a theme for each month. You can have a theme. Again, that's totally up to you. Post, I know 5 times seems a lot, but for those of you who are more advanced, you can think of posting every day during the week, or post once a week, but have a rhythm. If you're going to post once a week, make sure you post once a week every week. Of course, there are times when you get busy, or you don't have the time. That's fine, but try and be kind of follow a pattern so people know when to expect it. You can post every other week, but don't post more than 2 times in a day. Don't over post as well. Okay. So and I think Albert's answering the question, so I'll keep moving on. So now LinkedIn has so many different types of content, right? Which is, again, makes it so easy. So you have things like text posts, so you can just do text posts. Now, unlike Facebook and Instagram, text posts do really well on LinkedIn. So even if you do a 3-line, I've seen people do like 3 lines on LinkedIn, and they get a lot of engagement. So text posts do well. Polls are so simple to do. For instance, I told you I just did a poll 2 days ago, I think, asking people what area of LinkedIn do they want to focus on in 2024. And I did profile, content, connections, and then you can have only 4 choices. And the 4th one was other. Let me know in the comments. And you get a lot of engagement because people don't have the time to comment sometimes, but polls are easy. But don't do a poll that is not related to your work. Like, do you like chocolate ice cream or vanilla ice cream? If you're not in the ice cream business, on the flavor business, don't do a poll just for the sake of getting more engagement. Just be strategic about it. Videos, if you have the courage to show up on video, videos are a powerful way to share your expertise. Image posts do well. I see a lot of selfie posts now where people take selfies, and then but make sure when you do a selfie post, you're adding some value in the content. We spoke about reposts already. Document posts are like carousel posts, like a slide presentation where you can explain something in different slides, and then there's articles and newsletters. Another important tip is speak with people, not to people, through your post. So don't talk, you want to engage people in the post. Think about the people when you're writing the post. It's not about you, it's really about them. Whether it's potential recruiters or companies or employers or clients, it's about them, not you. So some of the things you can do is, always add value, be authentic, really, because I see a lot of conversation here about ChatGPT. You could use ChatGPT to get ideas, but I can tell a ChatGPT post now because it has a certain language, it has all those emojis. I just know. And you can use ChatGPT to give you an idea, but then really use your own voice, and don't make it long and wordy and stuff. Stick to the point and share something that people will benefit from. Another tip I will share is ask a question at the end of your post to create conversation. So again, you want to talk with people. For instance, if I did a post about profile photographs, at the end I would say, what do you think? Would you connect with someone who didn't have a profile photograph? Let me know in the comments. So you want to create that conversation by asking a question. Okay, so I have a tip for you today. As I think I shared earlier, if you don't know what content to share, today, during this presentation, if there's something that stands out, take a screenshot of it and, one of the slides and share a takeaway, or you can share that I'm, LinkedIn is one of my goals for 2024, and I'm attending this workshop hosted by Naina Kaputi and Albert. You can tag us in the post, and I will definitely comment on the post. So that's another strategy. If you don't know what to post, you can, you're attending an event either in person or virtually like this, or you're you just think of where you are in the moment. Again, it has to be relevant, but this will be relevant because if LinkedIn's one of your goals, you can share that with people. Okay, so the next pillar is connections. We all know it's a 24/7 virtual networking platform. The beauty of LinkedIn is there are no gatekeepers. So you do not need, you don't have to go through a PA or a secretary to get to senior people at companies. And for those of you looking for a job, this is such a great way to get to LinkedIn, such an easy way to get to recruiters or, heads of departments. But again, you want to be strategic. You don't want to just connect and then start asking them for jobs. It's all about strategy and being mindful. So make relevant connections. Do not just connect with everyone, or accept every connection that is sent to you. Make connections with people you want in your network, either because they work for companies that you want to work for, or that you want, if you have your own business that you want to share your business with, or connect with people who are connected to the people working at those companies. So yeah, so when you send connection requests, be strategic about whom you invite, connect with people who are your target audience or connected to them. Include a personalized note when necessary. If you've met someone, or it's one of your classmates, you don't need to send a note. Or if you know it's one of your colleagues. But if, for instance, today you attended this workshop, you're not connected with Albert and me, you can send us a message and say, hey, I attended this workshop. I found it very valuable. I'd like to connect with you on LinkedIn. And, and then of course, I'll accept your connection request. So send notes. Yeah. And never ask people for a job or anything right off the bat. Okay. These are some strategies on how to find people who you want in your network. Okay. So companies, if there's a company you want to work for, go to that company page and it'll show you all the employees, and then look through the employees based on department or their expertise. You could connect with them, or you could start following them, or you could first comment on their post if they're active, and then, then connect with them and send them a message saying, I really like the content you shared. Again, when you connect with people, you want, especially if you're looking for a job at that company, or you want to get, that company as one of your clients, you want to be strategic, and you don't want to just sell to them. You want to nurture the relationship. Schools you went to, you can find, your alumni that you can connect with. Groups, if say you're a product manager, then look for product manager groups on LinkedIn. Events around a topic that is of interest to you. Their LinkedIn Lives, their LinkedIn audio events, their events that are off LinkedIn, but they still create event pages on LinkedIn. You can also search by hashtags. Again, if you're a product manager, you just do hashtag product manager in the search bar, and it will say, pull up all the people. You can do it by location. You can do it by second and third degree connections. So same thing with keywords. You just put the keyword in your search bar. So be active with building your network on LinkedIn using some of these strategies. You have up to 100 invites a week. You can have up to 30,000 connections on LinkedIn. So for instance, if you wanted to connect with some of the people that, everyone signed up through Eventbrite, but some people joined the LinkedIn page. I did send a message to everyone telling them about the LinkedIn event page. So I think we have 22 people. So you could go through this, check out people's profiles, and then you could, and I know, I think some of you are right now online here. So you could check out their profile. You can send them a message. See, this is the beauty of event pages. You don't even need to be connected with someone, right? You can just send them a message. So I would encourage you to do that as well. Okay. And then focus on the quality, not quantity. Again, you want to have a relevant, let me just check the time. Oh my God, I better go fast. Yeah. Quality, not quantity. Don't focus on the metrics. don't accept every connection request. So the next one is conversations. How many of you use LinkedIn messages to send messages in the DMs? So there's different ways you can send messages to people when you want to connect with them. After you've connected with someone, send them a welcome message saying, thank you so much for accepting my invitation. And then, but do not sell to them right off the bat. Don't say, I'm looking for a job at your company, or I can send you this, my proposal, so you can hire me as your social media manager. Do not do stuff like that, okay? Celebration messages. You will get notified when it's someone's anniversary or birthday. Send them a special message. Which again, send them a message that will make you stand out. Don't just say congratulations. Go to their profile, go to their activity section, see if there's something that will, make them really notice you. Nurturing relationship messages. You can say, again, find something on their profile, on their content that you can include in the message. And then virtual or in-person coffee messages. And then I think Samson said, send a thank you reply. So yeah. So don't pitch slap. How many of you have been pitch slapped? As soon as you accept a connection request and they start, sending you all these, trying to sell you stuff. Yeah, yeah, I see a lot of people get pitch slapped, right? I get people offering me offering help with my LinkedIn profile. So I know they haven't even read my LinkedIn headline, which says I help people with their LinkedIn profile. So yeah, so don't be one of those people that pitch slaps, okay? Instead, introduce yourself, who you are, and what you do, how you found their profile. Don't say, I just want to add you to their network. If you're going to send them a personalized message, say why you want to add. That's why find something that resonates with you. Read the about section, right? And especially if you want to work for that company, you want them to notice you. Okay, and then another one is stand out and be memorable in your messages. So besides sending text messages, you could send voice or video messages. Let me know in the comments, in the chat, how many of you have ever used a voice or video message? Anyone ever use those? Okay. So this is such a cool tool on LinkedIn, and this again will make you stand out from the crowd. Yeah, Albert says he have and he preferred. Okay, so if you can only do it on your phone. So make sure you download the LinkedIn app on your phone, and then you can see here. You can take a video, and then you can send it to the person so they can see you. Or you can do a voice message. You hold to record, and the beauty of the voice message, or even the video, you can do as many takes as you want till you finally are comfortable with that. And LinkedIn studies have shown that people who send voice messages or video messages, especially the relevant, not pitch slaps where they're trying to sell something, those are more likely to be opened by the receiver and get responses, okay? And then finally, the tip 3 is engage in the comments. So you want to interact. If you're creating content, if you're connecting with people, the other thing that is often neglected on LinkedIn is people commenting on posts. Remember I said there's only 1 to 3% of people active on LinkedIn. Those are the people who are not only creating content, but commenting on posts. If you're too nervous right now, not yet ready to create content, you can start by commenting on people's posts, and you could use ChatGPT to get ideas on what to say in the comment, but please change the language, please make it your own. So you could enter the post that someone created on LinkedIn, enter it in ChatGPT and say, can you give me give me some suggestions for responses? But please, people can, and I've heard people complain on LinkedIn that someone just used ChatGPT and they copied and pasted the response that ChatGPT gave them in the comments. So that's a big red flag. Okay, Myla says she wouldn't like it if someone sent me a video voice message. If someone, again, it depends, Myla. If someone sent you a message, maybe, there are people who've been laid off from jobs, and I'm sure if they got a message from someone saying, hey, I just saw you got laid off, I'm really sorry, I can't imagine what you're going through, and I will keep my eyes and ears open, or if you want to get together for coffee. I mean, sometimes hearing a voice, listening to a video when you're going through a hard time, or even when you've just achieved something, I think, again, it's what each one likes, but yeah. So anyway, let's keep moving forward. Yeah, so you can also comment on an event page. you could comment, you could start by commenting on this LinkedIn event page and let us know what you liked, what stood out, what you're going to implement. Or, today I also did a LinkedIn live this morning with my other organization, the Expat Woman, and you can see people were commenting during the live. So you can also do it on event pages, on live pages. So events are a great way to also share comments and comment on other people's comments. Yeah, I said this, leave a comment on this LinkedIn Masterclass event page on LinkedIn. And then if you have created a post, make sure that you respond to all the comments in your post. Something that really bothers me, and I know bothers a lot of people, is what they call don't post and ghost. So if someone posts and then people leave comments and there's no responses to those comments. So it's just like someone coming up to you at a networking event and saying, I love what you're wearing, or maybe they had introduced themselves in an elevator pitch and they said, I loved your elevator pitch, and then you just walk away. It's like that. So yeah, and then if you're leaving comments on other people's posts, do not just say great post, or I love this. Be a little more creative. If you don't know what to say, ask a question based on their comment, or take a sentence from their post and say, this really stood out to me, or this really resonates with me. And finally, the final pillar is creator mode. How many of you are using creator mode on LinkedIn? Have turned it on? Okay, so many people don't know what it is. Okay, so creator mode is really the next level. And, Albert will be sharing shortly about our upcoming 6 weeks workshop series, where every week I'll be focusing on one specific area of LinkedIn. So I'll be talking a lot more about creator mode, creating content, building a powerful network, creating a profile that makes you stand out. But for now, creator mode is a new feature that LinkedIn introduced on LinkedIn. It's one of the best tools to showcase your expertise on LinkedIn, because it really, I many of the workshops that I teach, I tell people, don't wait to be invited to have a seat at the table. If you're looking for opportunities to speak, if you're looking for opportunities to share your content on a higher level, LinkedIn Creator Mode does that. So don't wait to have a seat at the table. You can build your own table and invite people to have a seat at your table. So if you go to your LinkedIn profile under resources, you'll see Creator Mode. So you turn it on. You can even see it says just get discovered, showcase content on your profile, and get access to creator tools. There's a lot more so I'm just going to give you a very quick overview. When you turn on creator mode, you'll get access to LinkedIn Live. So it's like a Zoom, but it's live on LinkedIn. You can't go live on LinkedIn with Zoom. You can only stream into Facebook. But with LinkedIn Live, you have to use a third-party tool like Restream or StreamYard, but you can go live. You can do a LinkedIn audio, which is similar to Clubhouse. And, you can, again, maybe you're just starting off, you're nervous, you're shy. Maybe you could do a LinkedIn group audio with other job seekers and talk about, resumes. And it's so simple. And again, do not worry about being judged. Do not worry about, oh, I'm going to make a fool of myself. And then there's the LinkedIn newsletter. So this is one of the LinkedIn live shows I've done, where I was chatting with this woman in England about how to own your voice and power on LinkedIn. This was a Women Leaders in Tech LinkedIn audio event that I did, where it was like a panel discussion, but virtual, but only audio, no video. So you don't have to worry about your hair, makeup, all that. And then this is my LinkedIn newsletter. I'll share the link with you guys later on how you can, get access to it. Okay, so with that, these are the 5 pillars to build your brand, develop your credibility, and get hired. Hopefully, some of the tips that I shared today, you'll be able to implement. I know it was a lot, but I tried to keep it simple and exciting. LinkedIn is such a great platform, so I encourage all of you to give it a shot. Albert, do you want to take over?
I will go ahead and take over from you. Thank you so much for that. I think that was really valuable. The comments section here, we're absolutely buzzing with a lot of people looking for various tips to get started really quickly. And I'm going to go ahead and actually share my screen as well, because let's see, I'm going to stop your screen sharing and I'm going to go and do mine. Because, not only are are we here to offer you the opportunity to learn LinkedIn from Nina today because she has so much to offer. We're also here today to talk about one of our first programs that we're kicking off 2024 here with on Albert's List. And this is 6 weeks to Success, LinkedIn Mastery for 2024. And so I'm going to go ahead and drop the link into the webinar chat here to begin with, because all of you should take a look at it in the first place. But more so, like I know that, you're at the end of a webinar, you're hearing a sales pitch and it's your lunch hour. But, I believe that, when we have really great speakers here, that it's an opportunity to provide even more additional value. And so that's what I'm going to talk about a little bit today. So what is this program, right? This is our 6-week program to get your year started on the right foot so that you can build your brand, develop your credibility, get hired, whatever it is that you're looking to do as you build out your year. I have goals for myself as well as I look through my own professional goals. And so LinkedIn is part of those. And so what is it, right? It's a 6-week immersive experience that's going to help you build your LinkedIn presence, whether you want to get a job, get new clients, or build credibility as the year goes on. And so you'll learn a lot of the things and dive deeper into the areas that Nina had mentioned here over the last 50 minutes, including your optimization, strategy, content creation, and your strategic networking, using the creator mode to build your own newsletter and really get those things out there so that folks know who you are, what it is that you do, and what they can reach out to you for. And so we're offering early bird tickets today. Tickets are $197. And, Nina told me, like, when I was pricing this, she was thinking, um, coaching is not cheap in general. I think her coaching, if you want to get her for just one singular hour, is $250 an hour. And right, that's a pretty pricey ask, but it's also one that you get when you go one-on-one with somebody. And so knowing all of those things is pretty critical. But also, we're offering you 6 weeks. So, at that value, you're usually getting something for $900 with a couple of things for just $197. We're giving all of that to you when that's a $2,000 value. So the link is in the chat here. Go check it out. We have all the details there. And so the specific details, we're starting this program in 2 weeks, January 23rd through February 27th. It's every single day, every single one of those days, going from noon to 1 p.m. with an opportunity to learn a new skill. And they all take place on Zoom. And they are also all going to be recorded. So you get a chance to watch it afterwards, especially if you end up having to go to lunch with one of your coworkers or lunch with your boss, or you're at one of those companies where they have meetings during lunch as well. So I encourage you to, understand that these dates are available too. And not only that, we're going to do office hours in there that get thrown in for free. I'm going to help you execute your LinkedIn goals myself as somebody who is a founder of Albert's List, somebody who here, has been doing this kind of work for about the last 10 years. So we're going to have office hours on January 25th with me, February 1st and February 15th, noon to 1. I will work with you. I will answer your questions. And if I can't answer your questions, I will pass them on to Nina and she will help me answer them for you. We also have group coaching with Nina on February 22nd, 15th, and the 29th. And so you can get your questions answered in a group setting where you can learn more on how to do many of these things that you just saw here, whether it's to write messages that get read, optimize your profile, use LinkedIn Premium to the best abilities that you can, write posts that get read by people, right? We all want that attention in the new year. We know how difficult it is to be seen, and we all want you to be seen because one thing I've learned in running Albert's List for the last 10 years is that all of you have possibilities to really be the best that you can be. And you all have a lot to share with the world, and we want to get you to sharing all of those items. And so I'm also going to be offering one more thing here. So, in true Steve Jobs fashion, for those of you who watched many of his keynotes 15 plus years ago, not only will you get the not only will you get the 6 weeks with Nina, not only will you get the office hours, and not only will you get the implementation office hours, for the first 7 people who are also going to sign up today, I'm going to be giving you an hour-long career coaching session with me thrown in there. And so we can do anything that you want during those sessions, review your resume, do a mock interview, have you give you any career advice, brainstorm career strategies. And that in itself is a $225 value, which is a lot more than the $197 you get for the 6 weeks. So it pays for itself. And so, I've been running Albert's List for 10 years. I've been listening to a lot of people. I've seen the market change over the years. And so if you're interested in that, you get that thrown in as well. And so that's what I wanted to offer you as the day comes to an end here. I'm going to go ahead and drop the link again into the chat here. And so if you're interested in joining, let us know. We would love to have you. We always have really great cohorts for our boot camps, whether it's LinkedIn related or any of the other programs that we have coming up. And so I encourage you to join. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and hit stop on the record button here and see if we have any questions from the crowd, because I think people probably do have stuff to say too.